Hey everyone, it's Ann from What's Up Family Home, and today I have another collab. This one is with Jacqueline at Cozy Home. We are making lasagna. I will have her channel linked below so you can watch her video. She is an army wife, a mother of 3, and she does great cleaning, cooking, and decluttering videos. She has some great videos on her channel, so I hope you'll go and check out her channel after you watch this video. And I'm making lasagna rolls instead of the standard lasagna, so it won't take quite as long. And you can make this as a weeknight meal. Okay, I've got my water boiling for the noodles, so I'm going to start on my sauce. I've got some ground beef that I had already cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and use that in my sauce. I'm going to go ahead and add some spices. I'm going to add some onion powder, the usual if you've been around a while. Then I'm going to add some garlic powder as usual. And I just picked up this roasted garlic sauce from Walmart, and I'm just going to doctor it up a little bit. That's just because I want it to be a quick meal, and I don't want to have to take the time to make my own sauce. I also had a leftover red pepper that I cut up and put in the ground beef, and also I cut up a half of a red onion, so I'm just going to saute those until they're soft. I like spinach in my lasagna, but instead of having to saute it on its own and put it in the filling, I'm just going to mix it in with the ground beef and cook it with the filling, and it's just a time saver. It'll save me a step. So I'm just going to wilt the spinach down and cook it with the ground beef. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start on the filling. Here I have shredded up some mozzarella cheese. And to that, I'm going to add a whole container of ricotta cheese. Okay, I'm just going to try to stir it around a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 2 eggs. Okay, and now I'm going to add some home-style Parmesan Romano. I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup. Okay, and I'll just stir that up. And I'm going to go ahead and put some more onion powder and garlic powder in here, the same thing that I put in with my sauce. Okay, I'll go ahead and stir this up really well, and then it will be ready and we'll start rolling it up. Okay, my water's boiling and I used 12 sheets. I didn't need that many. There were just 2 of us, so I probably could have got away with maybe 6 or 8, but I'm just going to cook these per the package directions. I ended up using the whole package of spinach because it wilted down a lot, so I went ahead and just used the whole thing. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and add in my sauce and stir that around and cook that for just a little bit. I also added in a little bit of this Parmesan cheese in the sauce as well. It needed a little bit more flavor. Okay, I cooked them and then I took them out of the water and cooled them off a little bit, and then I tried to dry them as well as I could. So now I'm just going to lay them on a cookie sheet and I'll start putting the filling on there and show you how I roll them up. I know lots of people maybe spread them out with a spoon, but I just like to get my hands dirty, and I'll just stick my hands in the filling and just kind of lay it out on each noodle. You could just lay them out like 3 little piles, or you could just spread it over the whole noodle, just whichever you want to do. But I think when I filled these, I filled them up just a little too much, so they were a little bit floppy. You'll see in a minute. So I think if you do this, don't put as much filling in, because I had too much cheese in there, I think. And then with the sauce, it was just a little too much. Okay, now I'm going to take the sauce and just do the same thing. Just layer it on the noodle. I I'm not the cleanest cook in the world, and it kind of made a mess a little bit for me. I think I was just maybe in a rush to make it, and you know, when you're on camera, you're under the gun to try to make it look really good. And also, you don't want to use a whole lot of your sauce because you're going to need that in the bottom of the pan, and then you'll top it with the sauce as well. So go easy on both of the filling and the sauce. Also, the reason they were just a little bit hard to handle is because I was rolling them up on the burner that I had just cooked the noodles, and I was like, why is this so hot? And I was kind of burning my fingers, so that's why it's not just that I'm messy, it was that my fingers were burning, so that's why it didn't look perfect, but it was still delicious. You'll see right there at the end, I think I was just like, oh, I can't handle it anymore. And you want to lay about this much in the bottom of the pan. You want it covered, but you don't want a lot on there because you just want enough so it won't stick to the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to cover with just enough sauce just to make it so it won't stick. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start layering them in the pan. It doesn't matter which way they go. They don't have to all be the same way, but they were just a little bit full, so they were more flat than round, but that's okay. This was still really good, and it's a lot quicker than making a regular lasagna. So all you're going to do is just layer those in the pan, and then we'll just add the sauce on top. Okay, I've got a little bit less than 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese, and then I'm going to come in and put in the Parmesan, the coarsely ground, and then the finely ground on the top. Okay, I'm going to cover it with foil. I'm going to put it in the oven at 375 for 40 minutes. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. She's a beauty. And we're just having a tossed salad with it. I wish I had some garlic bread, but I didn't this night. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was delicious and an easy and quick weeknight meal. And I wanted to thank Jacqueline again at Cozy Home for asking me to do this collab. We really love lasagna. And I will have her channel and her video linked below. And I hope to see you in the next video.